Hi. I don't think I've been normal since 2020, and I want to improve that and get in a better state of mind than what I am now. I've always had this invisible fog in my mind since 2020, and I really want to try my best to find a way in which I can regain control and feel like myself again. The last time I recall feeling myself was 2019. And I feel from then on, I've always had this invisible fog in my eyes or in my mind where I'm just staring off into the abyss, and I feel like I feel like this past 5 years I've just been staring off into the abyss, staring off into nothing. And with how 2025 is going, I want to change that because it really is affecting every aspect of my life. But I can't even. I was reading a book, right? I don't know what I was searching for, and I was reading a book. You know how much I read? I read 10 pages in an hour. And it's not a big book. It's this long. It's not very long. And then today that's when I realized that I do need to do something about my I don't know what you call it, low retention rate. Because mind you, when I'm being taught something and there's a figure doing it and it's there and I can see it, right? There's so much more to take in, their movements, their facial expression, everything. So it's to me it's not hard to remember what I'm being shown physically. Whenever I try to study for myself, it becomes a whole tournament challenge I have to go through, tricks and whatnot to get myself to pay attention. High now, like for now, when I was reading the book, I tried to hold on. Yeah, I tried to read out loud. So the first, I don't know how many, the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I would spend time trying to read it out loud. And then when I finally got on the pace, I would read it quietly. And then after I don't know how long, I would start reading it out loud again. And I feel like this is just not. But I won't be able to survive in the real world. I won't even be able to get a real job at this point. And to make matters worse, one of the courses I am taking requires you to read extensively on your own. It actually requires you to read a lot of books. I don't know even how many books, but it's a lot of books. And if I can't concentrate and finish like 50 pages in an hour, I think 50 is too much. Okay, depending on the size of the book. Okay, I don't know how much, but I still think you can be able to finish a book in maybe four 4 days, 5 days, no matter how thick it is. Anyway, what's my point? My point is from now on, I want to try to change that, and I want to take various steps in order to improve my knowledge and attention. Knowledge retention and knowledge what? Knowledge retention and situational attention awareness. I want to improve on those two because there was a time it also interferes with my life as well. Like this time, my mom told me to do something and I forgot, and she kept telling me to do things and I keep forgetting. I forgot the. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I found it. It's an eyelash, but I don't even know. Anyway, yeah, I will get into disagreements with my mom when she tells me to do something, and I generally forget to do them. And no, I realized that this will be a reflection of how I relate with my friends and maybe a future partner as well. And I need to take steps to improve that because it will affect me even when I'm finding a job. So, how did I start? I started by first of all living in. Okay, it looks bad, but anyway, living in my reality. And by that, I mean. Okay, living in the present. What I used to do a long time ago, for the past, I don't know, year or so, is that whenever I would get out of classes, I would, why do they look so ugly? I would, I would run to my phone, use my phone, even if I'm not using any form of social media. I would use maybe language learning app that I'm not actually learning on, because socializing, especially because online you can specify a type of niche of people you want to interact with, so it's not like physical interaction, which is I think very formal and not as stimulating. I don't know, it's very normal. So I would run from my classes, get on my phone, get online, and then on days that I don't have any classes, I would stay at home. And what this did is that I never fully lived in the present. I've never actually lived fully in the present since 2020. No, sorry, 2019. And I noticed this reoccurrence. I think it started in 2019, but it wasn't as severe. Where there'll be a specific time frame, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and then I just stare. I remember one time I wasn't even stressed. I was stressed because I couldn't study and nothing was being absorbed into my mind. So I was like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And I wasted about 3 hours. 3 hours of time not doing anything. Nothing was going in my brain, nothing. And it's not even like, I don't even know. If you ask me what I did during that time, I would say absolutely nothing. Because I realized, okay, I'm not studying, I'm not understanding anything, okay? And then I started stressing about not understanding anything, and I ended up not doing anything. And this was a current, became a trend with my. This became a trend with my academic life from then on. And I never really felt the need to address it because I just thought, oh, it's just because of stress, academics pressure, so maybe that's why my learning is a bit slow as well. So I just gave up on it as a whole, and I decided not to pursue any more help on why I find it extremely difficult to concentrate. Actually, that time it was only the only difficult part was actually studying, concentrating, or absorbing information, or that kind of stuff. But now that I'm older, now it's starting to affect other things outside of what requires when you're being studying and when you're still. Like, for example, someone will tell me something, and then if my attention is not fully on them, and not every time your attention needs to be full, it's like they're telling me something moderately, I don't know, bruh. I just It's just like lack of awareness of my environment. I don't know, because you'll tell me something and then 2 minutes later I'm like, what? Or someone's explaining something and then along the way I just black out, and then I ask them what. Anyway, so yeah, it's gotten bad, and I wanted to get maybe professional assistance, maybe therapy where applicable, so that I can know how to deal with this, steps I can do, because I do try to deal with it, but conventional methods do not work on me. I really have tried them. I don't know how many videos I've watched, but they do not work on me. And yeah, so also I've decided that I'm going to be a bit more involved in my own life and not in my imaginary bubble, and that's why I deleted. I didn't delete my account. I just deleted the apps that I used as a form of escapism, so that I can live in real life, and or anything, not even apps, not even social media alone, anything that just makes me feel like I want to go into a cocoon and not live in the real world. I disposed of it, and bruh, they look so ugly. Um, for that reason, this for the next month or so, I want to start my journey with, I don't know what you call it, but I just want to start something, and I feel like recording videos where I show what I'm doing or what I've accomplished will add more responsibility and commitment to what I'm trying to do, and it will help me as well. And I'm really excited. I also have a hostel near where I study. Okay, not near, inside where I study. And I will be, from next week, I will be trying to stay there as much as possible, so that if I get any notifications of events while I'm on the compound, I can fully go. Because most of the time I don't really check my email for these conferences, or I don't know what you else, summits. I don't really regularly check my phone for the updates, and I don't really take interest in them or for any of these academic events. So from now on, I want to try doing that. I want to try living in the real world. World. Yeah, I remember me telling myself the first thing was that, oh, let me just try university, so that I can get a little bit of experience out of it, and if I don't like it, I can do music. I wanted to do music at some point, or But I realized it's not something I want anymore. I realized dreams do change. Like, just because you wanted to do something your whole life and then you grow up and you knew the reality of it, that doesn't. What is wrong? I wish I want to go for the, like, is it called a cotton swab? But I'm too lazy to get up, so yeah. Um yeah, dreams change, and because of that, I want I stopped. I don't even have a thing for music anymore. It's just so that part is gone, and since it's no longer included, I need to accept my life for what it is and then know what to do from here. Because it's only after accepting and knowing the way forward will I be able to actually make progress in what I want, and in that way, in this journey, I'll be able to figure out what I want and how I want it. Also, I think I will try to socialize more often. I will be making, like, I do have a friend. I think I'll just maintain her, and then if any opportunity arises to make more friends, I will take it as well. You know. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, I wish I did this in the morning. I wish I started by doing something like this, because I feel like talking doesn't really take that much of my energy, or doesn't really need that much concentration, really. I mean, as much as maybe if I'm not solely concentrating on it, it's kind of fun. Oh man, look like a clown, but trust the process. Yeah, and I hope I can make change by the end of the month. Now, the problem with me is that I do something I know I should be doing, I do it spontaneously. And because I did it spontaneously and I overdid it, I'm expecting this big result. I'm okay with what I know. Oh, hold on. I have noticed I am okay with working at a time, like working at once, and being expected to do a chunk of work or labor once in a while, not all of the time. Now, I have adopted this method for most of my life, and I don't